I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pup, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the Jumbotron first, before attempting to eat a stack of Supreme nachos in one bite. Now you're just a meme that everyone shares on game day. Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Business taxes. Was stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on turbotax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live full service.
Howie Roseman shocks Eagles Nation. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm your host, Phil Stifle. You can find me hosting Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network every single Monday through Friday. Check down in the description. There's a link to it. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Please click it, click subscribe, and tune in and have your opinions on these topics from today and any topics in Philadelphia sports or sports period trending discussed live on the air. Guys, Howie Roseman, since the Monday episode, has made 2 big trades, one Monday night and one breaking Tuesday morning. We're going to get into the Tuesday morning trade first because that one is one that nobody saw coming. The Eagles, Howie Roseman trade Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, CJGJ, to the Houston Texans for guard Kenyon Green, former 2022 first-round pick 15 in that draft from Texas A&M, a big 6'4", 325-pound guard. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the heartbeat, the energy, the spunk of the Eagles defense and the back end of the defense is gone again. The second time the Eagles have let Chauncey Gardner-Johnson go, and Eagles Nation is freaking out over this. And I'm just going to start by saying, relax, be patient. Howie has a plan. And there's a lot of different angles that we can look at this trade on why it's happening. Some people think Kenyon Green is here to replace Mekhi Becton. I don't think that's 100% necessary. We'll get into Kenyon Green in a second because I don't think it means that Mekhi Becton is 100% gone. But Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he only had 1 real year left on his deal. There's 2 years left, but there's only 1 real year, and he was going to need an extension. This saves us a little bit of cash this year, minimal on the salary cap savings this year. But the savings on the salary cap in 2025 and especially 2026, when you're going to have to give extensions to Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, it is going to be a huge amount of savings. Secondly, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I don't know if he's as great as people think he is. He's spunky, he's fiery, he's passionate, but he also makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, he might have had the 3rd most interceptions in the NFL, but he also gave up the most touchdowns. In missed tackles, he was in the bottom 15% in missed tackles out of safeties in the NFL. So he was a big hitter, but he also missed a lot of tackles. Boom, bust player. And honestly, I don't think he truly fit next to Reed Blankenship in the Vic Fangio-style defense. I think he was out of place a lot more than people realize. Was he a great player? Sure. Did he make big plays for us? Absolutely. But it's not to say that that cannot be upgraded from at a cheaper way. And who's going to play safety? Obviously, we're rehashing last year's rumors. Justin Simmons already coming in, who played under Fangio in Denver. There's going to be someone else. It's not a lock that Sidney Brown is going to be the starter. But Rick Fangio has shown a lot of confidence in young guys. Moro Jomo, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., the rookies at cornerback last year. Maybe Fangio sees something in Sidney Brown that we haven't seen in practice in the past year or so. So let's not crush the move until the season starts and we see how it plays out. If it plays out a terrible move and we stink at safety and Green is a terrible guard, fine. Let me tell you something. Vic Fangio probably signed off on this trade, and I just think everybody should understand that. Now, Kenyon Green came into the league as a very young rookie, 20 years old, and he has not been good at all. We don't really love PFF grades here, but 83rd out of 84 guards on PFF in 2022, his rookie year. He sat out with an injury in 2023, and last year he ranked 78 out of 79 in guard. So he is not a very good guard. But we brag about Stoutland University, Jeff Stoutland, the great offensive line coach. I'm sure Howie Roseman's like, yo, Stout, do you see anything in this kid, Kenyon Green, that we can mold, turn? I mean, he just took Mekhi Becton, a former busted left tackle, and turned him into a great right guard who's going to get a big payday from the Eagles or somebody else. So maybe Jeff Stoutland sees something in Green. There was obviously a pedigree there, him going to the top half of the first round a few years ago. So let's have faith there as well. You still get him for another year or two on the rookie deal. And maybe it's him battling out Tyler Steen for the guard position. Maybe not. Maybe he actually performs well next to Lane Johnson and Cam Jurgens in an offensive line. So there's a lot of good that comes into it. We also, in this trade, we traded Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and our 2026 sixth-round pick for Kenyon Green and their 2026 fifth-round pick. So there's also a fifth for a sixth-round pick swap in that deal. Guys, I just got to keep preaching patience, guys. This is not Howie Roseman's first rodeo. Howie Roseman has built 3 Super Bowl contending teams in the last 8 years, winning 2 Super Bowls in those 8 years. Have faith that he's got a plan. And his plan is to continue to develop and build young players from within and then add free agents around the peripheral. And this is another thing to do that there. One final thing on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. It's going to be the Texans are going to be his 5th team in 5 years. Now, I know the Eagles were 2 of those teams in separate stints, but the fact that this guy's had to change teams now 5 years in a row says something about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I'll throw this out too. Darius Slay might have, verbally talked about going to Pittsburgh, but that hasn't happened officially yet and won't till June. So maybe there's a little time there for Darius Slay to come back to Philadelphia to play, cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's something there. The other trade that went on Monday night was the Eagles traded their quarterback Kenny Pickett, that is. Second-string quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Cleveland Browns for a 5th-round pick this year and Dorian Thompson-Robinson, their 3rd-string quarterback. Moving on from Kenny Pickett, it means Tanner McKee will be quarterback 2 going into 2025. I talked about trading Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee, figuring you can get more for him than Kenny Pickett, and I was about right on that because Kenny Pickett fetching you a 5th and a very cheap 3rd-string quarterback in DTR. A lot of Eagles fans loved him coming out of the draft a few years ago. But DTR, he's going to cost you $1 million each of the next 2 years. There's no cap, no worry about dead caps or anything else with him. And you pick up another 5th round. Now we get 4 5th-round picks this year in the draft. So there's going to be some trading going on there, moving up, moving down from Howie Roseman. But Kenny Pickett comes to his childhood team, wins a Super Bowl, and gets shipped out to Cleveland. It's a shame, but it is what it is. The Eagles, didn't need both Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee. So moving on from one of them is fine. I would have liked to have seen better than a 5th-round pick. I would have liked to have seen Tanner McKee go for a 2nd. But this is fine. Again, have faith in Howie Roseman that he's making the right decisions, the decisions that his coaching staff sign off on and agree with. So 2 big trades to talk about Again, we're going to be talking about it on Trending in the AM, so click that link down below, click subscribe, and tune in live at 8 a.m. to have your voice heard, because I know Eagles Nation is going to be complaining about this Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade nonstop, but I don't think it's as big of a deal or as bad of a deal as people realize. I don't know about the players, so to speak, but the financial impact of the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade, big picture over the next 3 years, is a major win for Howie Roseman and the Eagles. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stiefel. Go Birds, and bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Hey guys, back at the playground again, huh?
Yep. You know what this playground could use? A wine country.
Heck yeah, and some waves, so we could go surfing. Oh,
yeah. Love that.
A redwood forest would be cool.
I'm in.
Ski slopes.
Let's do it.
Can a girl go shopping?
Yeah, baby.
Wait. Did we just invent California?
Discover why California is the ultimate playground at visitcalifornia.com.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Fresh kicks, spring tops, new dresses. There's always a score.
I mean, the denim section is unreal.
Why do I rack? All the dresses.
I always find something amazing.
Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to find can't-miss deals on all the spring things. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.